Hello, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M Image Consulting. Now I know you guys were expecting today's video to be on how to handle dark under eye circles, and we'll get to that, but I gotta put it off until next week. Today I give you a tale of two haircuts. I am taking you on an emotional journey of one man and his hair. So first I'd like you to meet the star of this video. His name is David, and his hair. So David has had his long flowing locks for over 25 years. Now, I'm going to show you another picture of David, and I really want you to pay attention to your initial reaction and feelings about David when you view his picture, or you would be meeting him for the first time. Here you go. Now, when I met David 2 years ago, the first thing I noticed was this is one big dude. Flat-footed, David stands about 6'4". After we got done shopping and dressing him and getting him some killer Frye boots, he's about 6'6", a big dude with big, crazy hair. It isn't every day that you run across somebody that's still rocking the 80s hairstyle. I mean, David looks like he stepped out of a thrash metal band, that big, crazy, long hair. Remember Metallica? They're still around. Well, for those of you who are pretty young and don't remember the old Metallica, they used to have crazy, big, long, I'm talking white snake hair, and they would thrash it every time. They were rocking, but then one day you see a picture of them and boom, their hair's gone. They're all GQ and polished. But not David. He's still rocking the hair, baby. When I see a guy and he's got really long hair, right, wrong, or indifferent, I form opinions, and so do you. The first thing I typically think is, boy, this guy is sure stuck in a time warp. Hey David, 1980s called, they want their hairstyle back. Some other feelings and impressions that are associated for me with the guys with long hair is, boy, they must smoke a lot of dope. Also, probably a bit lazy and unkempt, and not really reliable. I'm sure you guys have some feelings about somebody when you see them and they've got really long hair. But right, wrong, or indifferent, like I said, it may be right, it may be wrong, but they're the feelings and the impressions that I gather when I see somebody with really long hair. So you've seen the pictures of David and you've formed an opinion. So tell me, what do you think David does for a living? Any guesses? Is he a truck driver? Does he work at a comic book store? What is it? What does David do? Would it change your mind about David if I told you that he was a world-famous artist, that people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for his original work? He is huge in the tattoo community. If David walks into a tattoo convention, he is a rock star. He is a god. He has groupies. And I can't forget to mention the fact that David is probably one of the sweetest, nicest men I have ever had the privilege or pleasure to work with. David has a heart of gold and is a tremendously warm and generous spirit. Not to mention, he is also one of the most talented artists I've ever seen. I mean, his stuff is ridiculous. And to prove it, I'm going to show you a little montage of some of the work that David's done that I really like. So like I said, about 2 years ago I met David, and we worked on the wardrobe and the image, but he wouldn't let me cut his hair. I really wanted to. But about 3 months ago, David gave me a call and he's like, hey man, he's like, I've been thinking about cutting my hair. I think it's time. And I said, get out of here. Are you serious? He's like, yeah, I really feel like I need to. I feel like for the past 25 years, my identity has been tied to this crazy mane of hair. Now don't get me wrong, David loves his hair when he has good hair days. He loves wearing it back in a ponytail, but he just feels like he is tied to it. And he felt like he needed a change. And so he came to me to discuss it. I sent him some different ideas, some different options. We decided on some things that he kind of liked, and the trip was planned. David was coming up to Atlanta to get his hair cut. So on the way up, David calls me. He's like, Aaron, he's like, you're going to laugh your ass off, but I don't think I'm ready to cut my hair. And I sort of chuckled to myself because I knew that, something that's been a part of you for 25 years is not going to go away easy. And so I go, okay, so what do you think? And he goes, well, maybe we'll get a haircut, but just a style that's long, but just a better style. And I thought, okay. And I said to him, I said, by the time you get here, the only thing you're going to let me do to your hair is actually get you a deep conditioning. But he ended up making it to Atlanta. We got to the salon, sat in the chair, we talked about it, we talked some more. 45 minutes later, David decided it's time. He's getting his hair cut. David Bolt, say hello.
Do you want to donate your hair?
You know, it's been treated. Can I donate?
Yeah.
I can?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Another classy move by David, he decided to donate his hair to an organization called Locks of Love. Locks of Love is a nonprofit organization that makes hair pieces for financially disadvantaged children suffering from medical hair loss. Steven, say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
That's great. Sorry about that, guys. That is Steven, the most talented hairstylist I've ever known or have worked with. Unfortunately, Steven's great at hair. He's really crappy at social skills. David is going to be cutting his hair for the first time in how many years, David?
I don't know, 25 years.
It is long and curly, and it's coming off. They're doing Locks of Love. Let me see. Woo!
I might have to take a couple of locks of that
Put it in scrap foil.
Something. Burn it in the ceremonies.
You know Josh?
Dude.
What do you think so far, David?
I don't know what to think.
It's gonna look awesome.
Thanks. I do appreciate like the feminine moral support. Very good.
Well,
It already looks better.
Cool. Well, thanks. You just keep telling me that.
No, it looks way better already.
It looks better already. I can walk out of here now and I'm doing better.
Good work, sir.
I'm gonna keep a couple of those locks.
Now, David has really curly and wavy hair. So in order to make it a little bit more manageable, he decided to get a keratin treatment on his hair. It's basically going to straighten it and make it a lot more manageable, a lot less frizzy. Spray it on. How you feeling, David?
Pretty good.
You sure?
Yeah,
You gonna pass out?
maybe.
Okay. Sit under a sexy dryer for about 20 minutes. The keratin treatment, although labor intensive, does keep your hair fairly straight for between 4 to 6 months. So to recap, take one hairy, handsome man, remove hair, style, and you get... All right, David, so what do you think?
I think it's a good move.
Good move?
Yeah, I think so.
Turn all the way around. Woo! So what do you think, Steven?
Much better.
And I agree. What about you, YouTube? Now here's a little backstory about the after effects of having all your hair cut off. I could tell when the haircut was going on, when we were done with the haircut, that David was saying and smiling like, yeah, I think I made the right choice. But I could tell it was such a shock. I mean, think about it. 25 years, you've got to pull your ponytail out of your shirt when you put it on. It's a big change. And David handled it in front of me pretty well. When he left, it's sort of the reality of everything sank in. And I think that he actually went through a little bit of a depression for a day or so. Just, what did I do? And oh my goodness, and think about it. He was having a hard time fixing his hair. He hasn't styled his hair in 25 years, a short style. And so, all these things were going on. But I just talked to David today. The good news is that he's feeling great about it. He does know that he made the right